10 by Rob Ferraro, number 13, the safety, 6'1", 190 pounds, as Ferraro loses some big-time yardage on that play, or I should say Kramer loses some big-time yardage on that play. 18 yards lost, so that will now be fourth in what I have on my stat sheet is 37 yards. Yikes, they were originally at the 7-yard line to start this goal line stand, so they will probably maybe try for the field goal. They are trying for a 58-yard field goal on this, 55-yard field goal.
It's a 58-yard attempt. Cavallo will hold for Brian Harvey. The ball is down, the kick is up, and it will be returned by McCarthy as he fields it at his toe. McCarthy dives for it out to the 18, but a 58-yard effort. That's the EFL for you.
A weird kick, as you saw, his first kick would have almost made it from that distance. The first field goal he kicked earlier, 40-yarder. So the second try does not make it. So they'll start 1st and 10 for the Townies on the 17-yard line. First down and 10 on the 18-yard line for Charlestown. As our play-by-play man, John Horrigan, I should say, totals up the stats. Kinsey taking the snap, dives, falls back deep, and Pino gets it, catches it at the 25-yard line, which is in the area of 7 yards. We'll be making a 2nd and 3 now. And that will be at the 25-yard line. Whatever they want to call it here. You are listening to the EFL on ABT this evening, or this afternoon, wherever you may be. Pass goes deep, Kinsey draws it on the sideline. Did he make it? No. Nice effort made on the sideline there by the receiver for Charlestown, who happened to be, it appears, Joe, the receiver, was number 77, who I unfortunately do not have on my roster here. Townies.
11? It was 11, Jimmy Gillis.
Oh, it was 11, Jimmy Gillis is my statistician, and fellow Mike Man and John Horrigan tells me. Things can look different from the press box, folks. Ken Kinsey is sacked on the play. What a crushing sack on 3rd down. John Creamer. There was a change in my roster. John Creamer made a nice sack. Oh, what a sack made there by John Creamer, the defensive tackle, 6'3", 260 out of University of Massachusetts, Amherst.
4th sack for the Shamrocks, 2 for Creamer. And the Townies will punt. Stats through three quarters of play, unofficial. Charlestown, 29 rushing, 118 passing, 147 yards total offense. Marlborough, 131 on the ground, 254 in the air for 385 yards total offense. First down, 15-9 Marlborough. Penalties, Charlestown, 4 for 30, Marlborough, 9 for 80. Time of possession, 22:40 for Charlestown, 21:20 for Marlborough. The only score, Skeeter Bolio caught a 46-yard touchdown pass from Jerry Creamer. Lance Selman will punt. He's had some good ones tonight. Just gets this one off. Dropped by Greg Moore at the 48. It's only a 28-yard punt.
As it's going to be at the 48-yard line, they will have that punt marked out. Nearly recovered, as you saw in the play by the Townies. It's time to send in the paychecks, as they would say.
They obviously say it better than you do. I'm only kidding, man.
That's why they hired them, not me.
You're doing a great job, my friend. I'm evil. Give us to Frankie Fay. Cross midfield, down into Townie territory. He's thwarted at the 46. Stopped by Brian Williams.
Of course, I feel sorry for the people who will be listening to us on our beautiful communities that we serve. Randolph, Dedham, Boston, and Marlborough.
Yeah, but it just goes to show that somebody needs a hobby, right, if they're watching.
Yes, as a few of the people in the stands and in the press box here are laughing at us. They can easily hear us and they think we're a bunch of fools, but trust me, we aren't. We would not be this far. That is a mean statement right there. 2nd down and 6 for Marlborough. Handoff goes to Fay. Fay runs up the middle, breaks through a hole, and gets it down around the 37-yard line. Nice run by Fay. Frankie Fay. I've had too much Pepsi tonight, you can obviously tell.
That's a coffee.
Okay, too much Coca-Cola, we can say then.
Just don't say too much Coke, because you're way too young, all right?
No, not that type of Coke, trust me. As we have a 1st down 10. They did get the 1st down on the play, and they are...
Oh, I'm sorry, 37 yards rushing for Fay.
Okay, thank you very much. 1st down on the 38-yard line. And Stovall gets it. Stovall on the handoff. Stovall breaks through and makes some big yardage. That's definitely a 1st down. 20 yards down to the 18-yard line. It's a 1st and 10.
55 yards rushing for Gabe Stovall.
Okay, this is my fellow Mike Mate. John is letting me do some play-by-play here for some reason. He's too tired. His mouth has been going all night. We sound like the Howard Stern show. I'm Howard Stern, he's Robin Quivers.
No, you're Imus and I'm Howard Stern.
Here's a run by Stovall, and Stovall gains a few yards. Flags are down to play. Hey, at least I don't have a collapsed lung like that old bag.
What happened? All I've heard is Howard's just been giving him a beating. I haven't heard.
Oh, yes, I do listen to Howard religiously every night. I can't tell what station that is on, because, of course, that would be commercial.
Fa-fa-foey. Retard.
As you can tell, John is also a fan of the Howard Stern show. We did get a hold on the play on the 1st down.
Marlborough has been penalized 10 times for 90 yards. Doesn't make a diff, does it?
No, it doesn't. 1st and 20 now from the 28-yard line.
Look at how much Pepsi I've had. Are my pupils dilated, Sean? Seriously, I'm working on my 6th can.
Yikes, I'm staying away from you tonight. Handoff goes right side. Darryl Brown, he gets a couple of yards, not too much. This is fun. If you were in this business, you know why it was fun too, folks.
Oh, Sean, but really, man, it's been good working with you. You know, for such a, I don't mean to harp on your age, even though you did give Kinsey a going over, I might as well work on you. You know, I'm not going to go to call you a little pube, but I'm just saying, you know, you've done well your first time out here, man. I hope we're going to get together and hook up for the Merrimack Valley game. We'll do that one. And, you know, some other games. ABT. When there's nothing better on TV, you look to ABT.
From what I understand, we will hopefully be doing some college football games, maybe come to a TV station near you this fall. Hopefully we will be carrying BU, maybe Harvard, maybe
Maybe Southern Cal. You might as well go on a limb and say that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll be doing the Montreal Canadiens. We're still in negotiations. Don't spill the beans.
Of course, we are still in negotiations with several local area schools, as we said. I don't know how these deals are going. You can call John personally at 555-1212, and he will answer the phone.
It's not deals in as much as extortion. No, I'm an independent video contractor. And I'm heard on about 50 different networks. I guess after tonight, only 49.
The folks back at Boston Cable, we do apologize for all the vulgarity in this program. We know you do take this seriously.
No. I guess we just have to apologize for your anal retentiveness, right?
Hey, don't turn this to the Don Imus show here. Seems we're talking a lot about radio personalities this evening.
God knows it ain't the action on the field. This one was over as soon as we got our ticket punched when we walked through. Creamer's in a quarterback. It is 2nd down, and who cares?
Creamer in a quarterback, as John said. Handoff. He's going to go for the end zone, and nobody was there.
What do you mean? I can see him.
He's
He's throwing to somebody who was existing at a different astral plane. How's that?
Yes, definitely. He was passing, it looked like, maybe to God. Who knows? That pass went high and out of the end zone. Frankie Fay is coming off the field for Marlborough. He's had a great day rushing-wise. One of the reasons why they do lead 30-0 here with I believe that's a 6 on the scoreboard, 6:30 left on the clock. There's one of the bulbs broken on the lights upstairs, so we cannot really tell.
Marlborough 6 for 11 on third down conversions.
Here it goes. Creamer drops back. Pass through the end zone for Calder. Touchdown! Touchdown for Ferrari. Bob Ferrari, the tight end out of AIC, makes a touchdown catch. It is 36-0. The people in the press box look at me and say, what the heck is wrong with that kid? Why is he yelling so loud?
Don't worry, I told him it was lead paint, Sean.
Trust me. But that's a problem that's common in New York City, as you know, where I am from. I'm very proud to say it. Maybe I won't be proud to say it after this broadcast. I do not know.
You'll never work another day again.
I have that feeling.
And you're only 14 and I've ruined your future in broadcasting. Kind of hate me?
Yeah. I'm now going to join the New England Broadcasting School. Toyas, the kick was no good.
No, the New England Broadcasting scam. That's what you call that, man. Those poor people that have $5,000 tuition bills and they're working as accountants. Toyas' point after touchdown is no good. It's 36-0 with 5:47 to play.
5:40.
John Horrigan back. Woof, woof. With Sean Smith. Oh my, you can put me on a leash any day, my friend, and drag me around. Kicking off will be Brian Harvey. Deep for the Townies is Givens and also Ed Dix.
You're only speaking for yourself on that comment. The catch made now by Dix. Dix breaks open. Got some yardage across the 50 down to the 44-yard line of Marlborough. 38-yard return by Ed Dix. What a play. As he has not seen too much action this evening. He got down to the Marlborough 44 I should say though. As he did a pretty good job. 43 actually. It's a return of 38 yards. First down and 10 for the Townies. They would like to at least get one touchdown in this game. We know that this game's over, but they would like to get a touchdown at least. As I'm being laughed at with my play-by-play commentary. Into the game now is Ed Sullivan for the Townies. He makes a pass right side to Tom Nelson. Tom Nelson, the wide receiver slash running back, the wing back, 6'1", 200. A South Bostonian like myself, I'm very proud to say. An injured player on the field. It is an injured Townie. David Nameron, the defensive coordinator of the Townies, is out there on the field. And here comes John Houlihan.
Now, Sean, normally at this point we'd go to a break, but seeing that we want to waste as much of Boston Cablevision's time as possible, we'll stay on the air.
We cannot knock them, of course. I have to thank all the people back at Boston Cablevision for putting tonight's game on. And also putting on the Boston Braves Randolph Oilers game earlier on the season.
And also for just putting us on, period.
Of course. Ocean State's up here next week. In Marlborough, if you're listening to us on Marlboro Cable.
Yeah, here you can see the Marlboro crowd is very adept at synchronized clapping. As the injured player comes off the field, Brian Kennett played a whale of a game at nose guard. Ed Sullivan working from the shotgun.
From the shotgun, Sullivan takes a snap. That's going to be incomplete. They're going to call that incomplete, he said. Finally, my boss agrees with me. I don't know why it took him so long to agree with me, but that's an off-air discussion for us this evening.
That's great. ABT with a stamp banned in Boston.
Yes. Of course, all these Bostonians. If you'd like to see more of ABT broadcast on your local Boston on Boston Cable, just call Boston Cable and tell them you want us on the air.
Or if you don't want us, call them too.
Don't do that. Givens with the run, Peter Givens, number 21 makes a carry, got a first down. And now they are moving deeper into Marlborough territory. They're down now onto the 30-yard line, to call it.
That's the 10th Townie first down.
That's amazing, and they haven't scored 1 point. They're down by 36. A little off-air discussion. This is a great thing about being on tape delay. We do not have to, we can bleep out anything we would like to.
There's nothing to bleep out according to the Constitution.
Here goes a pass by Sullivan, picked off. That is picked off by Jeff Gemma, and he is going to go some yards down to the 50-yard line. 35-yard return from his own 15 to the 50-yard line.
5 Charlestown turnovers, 2 interceptions for Jeff Gemma tonight.
Of course, he should be the defensive player of the game, possibly the defensive player of the week in the EFL. Of course, the offensive and defensive players of the week. Every week has press people doing the games. They receive a press packet telling us who's the offensive and defensive player of the week, and usually they make some good recommendations. It's put together by Tony Serico of the EFL Public Relations Department. He does a great job there.
Absolutely. Tony is the dean of numbers. Darryl Brown now in a quarterback.
Pass, handoff goes in right to Staval. Staval gets down to the 45-yard line. Wayne Barlone makes the tackle on the play. Second down and 5 as the carry was made there by Gabe Staval. Derek Brown isn't in quarterback for some reason or another.
I'm going to go out on the limb and say because it's 36-0, they might have gone to their third stringer.
Yes, I would think so.
We've reached the 2-minute warning. So, with 2 minutes to play in the ball game, the score, the Marlboro Shamrocks 36, the Charlestown Townies nothing. You're watching the EFL. I have it written down. I always forget this one.
On ABT.
We're back at Kelleher Stadium, me along with him. 36-0.
I think everybody knows our names by now. Of course, I'd like to say hello to all my friends and family and everybody else listening back in Boston. It's a very good opportunity I've been given by ABT Productions this evening to be the play-by-play person and color commentator.
You think that now, but when you look back upon it, you'll see it is a grave error, a big mistake.
Some people wanted a demo tape of me doing play-by-play. Now I don't think they'll want this tape at all. I'm going to be more selective which jobs I choose from now on. We still are in the 2-minute warning. It's still 36-0. Townies have not made it any better. You would think that they would make it the 35-point rule, but we do not have that in football, unfortunately.
You know, Shamrocks lost their first game. I doubt they'll lose one for the rest of the year. Quote me.
Okay. We'll come back here at the championship time and see what the heck's going on. Handoff goes by Brown. Brown is sacked. He loses a couple yards. Loses 2 yards on the play, they'll say. 55 making the tackle for the Charlestown Townies, and that is Ronald Menard. They say, well, that's what I have on my roster. These Townies rosters change so frequently, unfortunately.
Now I know why George Murphy keeps going to that little transmitter. He's got a little radio-controlled car on the sideline he's playing with.
He is. I did not notice that. 3rd down and 7 at the Marlborough 48-yard line. Brown calls, takes a snap. Handoff goes right to Fay. Fay will lose some yards, about 5 yards. He'll take 4 yards maybe on the play. Brought down now at the 48-yard line in Marlborough. So he did lose 4 yards on the play. It'll be a 4th down and 11 situation at Marlborough's own 48. Of course, the Shamrocks are about to wrap up their 4th win of the season. They'll be 4-1. They'll be in 2nd place in the EFL behind Mitchell Club and Ocean State, depending on how Ocean State does this evening. Mitchell Club did win last night over Merrimack Valley in a game that ABT ironically did broadcast, winning by a big score last night.
I think you should have said ABT tragically broadcasted, right?
Yes.
Well, we do 2 games a weekend, one Friday night, one Saturday night. Usually Merrimack Valley's and Randolph's games.
Yes. We're doing a Marlboro game tonight. This is a punt now by John Toyas, the former Townie. Makes a great punt. Lands on the 15 or around the 20, rolling. A Marlboro bounce down to the 15-yard line. The 36-yard punt. As there's 14 seconds left, I'm sure Marlboro's 4th-string defensive unit will be in there now. Marlboro will probably keep their offensive guys in there and use them as a defensive unit. It's a very fast-moving game where it's almost, at the time we're taping this, about 10 o'clock.
You know, I was just checking this interception return for a record by Bernard Lynch from the Boston Braves. I saw the Mulgrew one, the one that was the old record. I've also seen people run back blocked extra points for 2 points. In the EFL, that's what's so great about this league. They have so many leagues that promote offensive scoring, and they don't inhibit the players at all as far as the play goes. You just can't bring a weapon out onto the field.
Definitely, and I think many of us enjoy the league for that reason. Handoff goes, or snap, I should say, goes to Sullivan. So low, could have been called a handoff. Here goes the Hail Mary. Pass downfield. It's caught! But he tripped and fell. There's still time on the clock. They called for the timeout there. We'll get 1 play off at least. They'll get 1 play off. The great catch made by looked like on here, number 87, Tony McGowan. Maybe you guys have a bit.
This guy here, 86.
Or 86 made it. Well, that would be Brian Walker. But Brian Walker's a defensive end, so he could not have made the catch. Unless they're really down. It looked like Tony Merganti to me.
That catch?
86 did, so Brian Walker, the defensive end, for some reason being used as a receiver out there.
Brian Walker couldn't make that catch because he's a strong safety.
That's right. That is right. They are now 1st and 10 on the Marlboro 31, the last play of the football game. Unless they add some time to the clock. Remember, this is unofficial time up here. The siren goes off. Sullivan throws it deep. Touchdown! Did they get it?
It's incomplete. Gemma almost had his 3rd interception. That'll do it. The final score, the Marlboro Shamrocks 36, the Charlestown Townies nothing. Marlboro goes to 4-1 in this, Sean. 4-1, and as Sean mentioned, they are in 2nd place in the EFL, and that is all contingent upon Ocean State's results. And the Townies fall to 1-3. Sean and I will be back with our statistical scoring summary right after this. You're watching. I always do this.
EFL on ABT.
Okay, Pete. We're back. Sean Smith, John Horrigan, scoring summary for you. Skeeter Bolio caught a 20-yard touchdown pass from Dave Palazzi. John Toyas' kick was good at 13:25 of the first quarter. 7-0 Marlboro. I'm hurrying because Sean has to catch his ride. With 1:24 to play in the first quarter, Frank Fay went in from 4 yards out. Toyas' kick was good. 14-0 Marlboro after 1 quarter. With 9:46 to play, no one's listening to this anyways. With 9:46 to play in the second quarter, John Toyas had a long-distance field goal, went for 40 yards, 17-0 Marlboro. With 3:15 to play in the first half, Dave Palazzi went in from 4 yards out. Toyas' kick was good, 24-0 Marlboro at the half. It was over then. You should have changed the channel. 13:20 to play in the third quarter. Skeeter Bolio caught his 2nd touchdown pass of the game. It went for 46 yards. This one, though, came from Jerry Creamer. Toyas' kick was blocked by Ed West. It was 30-0 Marlboro. Then Bob Ferrari caught a 20-yard touchdown pass from Jerry Creamer. Creamer's 2nd touchdown pass of the night. Toyas' kick no good. The final score, 36-0 Marlboro. Stats, final. These are unofficial. I tabbed them as I was calling the game, if you want to call it that. Charlestown, 35 yards rushing, 184 yards passing for 219 yards total offense. Marlborough, 171 yards rushing, 256 yards rushing for 427 yards total offense. Penalties, Charlestown, 4 for 30. Marlborough, 10 for 90. The first downs, Marlborough had 17, Charlestown 10, time of possession close, 31:04 to 28:56 Marlborough. Sean, closing thoughts.
Amazing. You just speak 31 minutes. Marlboro had 28. The Townies had. They didn't score 1 point. That shows you Marlboro's defense was on time. They really did well. And Marlboro is going to be playing Ocean State. It's going to be a big game next week. Game for first place, for a tie at first place. Meanwhile, the Charlestown Townies, of course, hosting the Boston Braves at Charlestown High School, which will be a 7:30 kickoff if you want to go up there. And that should be a pretty good game. And I hope that, I think the Townies actually do have something in them that they might make the playoffs this year. Well, it's pretty hard not to in this league. We know that the Maine Warriors and the Hockomock Colts aren't going to make it, so there's one other team that can't make it. And right now we don't know who that team is. Well, And maybe the Townies, well, we hope it's the Townies that do get in, though. If the Townies do get in the playoffs, you'll be able to hear them right here on ABT.
That's right. And if you would like to be a victim of slander, defamation of character, or if you just like being made fun of, contact ABT. The final score, the Marlboro Shamrocks 36, the Charlestown Townies nothing. So, for my executive producer, God, and for my videographer, Peter McGowan, and for Sean Smith, I'm John Horrigan saying so long from Kelleher Stadium. The final score, 36-0. We'll catch you down the road, everybody, as you're watching the EFL
On ABT.